und willkommen zurück zu Danganronpa 2 Goodbye das Spiel. Ja. Wir sind ja im Class Trial. Und vorweg muss ich erstmal sagen, ich bin total enttäuscht. Denn wir sind im Class Trial. Seit der letzten Aufnahmesession ist meine Erkettung wieder weg. Vergangen. Das Problem, wir sind beim Class Trial, das heißt, ich kann keine Stimmen machen. Ja. Das enttäuscht mich so. Ja, machen wir weiter.
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap.
Ja. Haben wir auch gefunden.
There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so...
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper...
Ja.
See? It fits perfectly.
Ja.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
Genau.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
Vielleicht.
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
A scrap of paper stuck. The button lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Ach ja, Nagito, du kannst auch einfach sagen, wir glauben dir auch, wenn du nicht andauernd solche Sachen machen würdest. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? Anscheinend. If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Okay. Gott. Hui. Wusch. 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 Wie spring ich nochmal? Nicht mit der Taste. Ah, mit der Taste. Oi. Hui. Oh. Aua. Es tut weh. Wusch. 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 Why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? It was brought there, it was hidden. It was hidden. Eindeutig, das was mir schon nicht so schwer. Wusch! Everybody's Supersonic Racing. Ich weiß nicht, das habe ich schon beim letzten Mal gebracht. Aber der ist auch zu einfach zu machen. What did the killer use to hide her body? A curtain, the wallpaper. Wahrscheinlich, Wallpaper? Da schon so erwähnt wurde. Gerade dann gehe ich mal zum Wallpaper. Ah. Ah. Oh Gott. Oh. Ah. Wow. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They found the pillar. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich auch wirklich auf den Entschluss gekommen wäre. Ich habe ja an was anderes gedacht, aber gut. Das macht das Mögliche noch nicht unmöglich.
I got it. Hiyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Yeah?
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
Ja.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
Genau.
What? They hid the pillar?
Ja, nein, an sich nicht, sondern etwas zwischen dem Pillar und dem Wallpaper.
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Ja.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Ich auch nicht, Bruder.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
Genau.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
Ja gut, und dadurch, dass unser Fokus ja auf die Leiche Ibukis lag, haben wir auch nicht bemerkt, dass auf einmal eine der Säulen viel dicker ist als die andere. Einmal so dumm.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
Ja.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Er hat ja auch nicht viel Zeit, ne?
Killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan
Genau.
took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
Exakt.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone.
Ja.
They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Das ist eine gute Frage.
Point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Aha.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Natürlich hast du keine Ahnung, Monomi.
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
Ah, ich glaube, das ist Monokuma egal.
You're
Du.
pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them.
Könnt ihr bitte aufhören?
Knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
Ja.
Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Aha, okay. Geht's los? Achso, oh Gott. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, should be able to explain that now. To hide the weapon, because they like movies, to let their accomplice escape, to mix up the killing order.
I see.
Ja, weil sind da andersrum.
The reason the killer
Gemacht,
imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Genau, dass wir denken, Ibuki wäre vor Hiyoko gestorben, was aber nicht der Fall ist.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Genau, Fujihiko, du bist ja klasse. Super, du bist voll dabei.
A valid line of reasoning.
Oh, Gundam.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
Ja.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Ich bin verwirrt.
I'm not even crying.
Eben.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
Bin verwirrt.
What a jerk!
Sagt der richtige Kazuichi.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Das ist hier irgendwie ein Wettbewerb, den ich verpasst hab.
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right?
Ja.
That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But
Gute Frage.
Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Was ist das? Hä? Hey.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather.
Das muss ja nicht unbedingt der Fall sein. Das... Nur weil sie... Ich bin verwirrt.
Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Ja,
Man, he's being annoying again.
eigentlich nicht.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
Ja, meine Füße waren auch auf dem Boden. Lebe noch.
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Die Füße waren dreckig, aber... Selbst wenn sie vor Hiyoko gestorben wären, wären ihre Füße dreckig.
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Eine Leiter hochklettern.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Ja. Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if you clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed.
When Hiyoko died,
Huh?
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor,
Hat daneben geschossen.
but she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
Weak, 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 I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart.
Jackie said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true?
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet...
I am telling you to
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on?
I agree with that.
Yay!
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That
Ah.
is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Ja.
And it's Hiyoko's blood.
Vielleicht.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Ja.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded.
Cool.
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Huh?
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Ja. Aber gut, ich muss erstmal wieder klar im Kopf werden. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen, sage tschüss, bis nächstes Mal und auf Wiedersehen.